So we're going to look at how we can plot our position on a paper chart using what's known as a 3-point fix. Now, in order to do this, we need to be sailing somewhere that we can see fixed objects that are marked on the chart. In this case, I know that we're somewhere out here, and we can clearly see Stephen's Rock. We can see the lighthouse on the end of Cape Dunn, and we can also identify this little island called Morgan's Island. So, the first thing I do is I take my hand bearing compass and get bearings on each of these positions. Now, I've already done this, and I've got a bearing of 270 on Stephen's Rock. So I'm going to plot that first. So I bring my Portland plotter, I line up the 270 on the central bezel with the 0 and the course arrow, and I put the edge of the plotter up against Stephen's Rock in the direction of the course. I line up the north arrow on the bezel to the top of the chart and make sure the grid lines all line up. And now I can draw a line out in this direction. I know I'm somewhere out here. Now, the second bearing I've taken was on Morgan's Island, and that bearing I've got as 190. So again, I line my plotter up 190 in the direction of the heading. I put the side of the plotter onto the chart next to the edge of Morgan's Island where I've taken my bearing, and I line the bezel up to north. And I draw a line, and I've got a rough idea of where I am now because I've got 2 position lines. But I need a third one to get a nice strong position. So I've taken a third bearing, which is on the lighthouse at Cape Dunn, and that's on a bearing of 230. So I line up 230 the plotter, and again I line my plotter up so the north arrow is pointing north, draw a line, and you see we've got a triangle there. It doesn't meet up exactly, and it very rarely will. We call that a cocked hat, and we know we're somewhere in that area. So I can either put a dot in the middle and call that my fix, or if I had any dangers, such as a rock down in this area here, I would mark the position closest to the danger as my assumed position. I can now read off the latitude and longitude and pop it in the logbook.